Mhm. It's been many days since I recorded anything, since I actually studied any of the things like linguistics and cognitive science or something. But yeah, like I didn't work on this learning everything project thing as much. But also like I don't know what I want to study right now. Mm, so like because there are obligations, right? I have college stuff that I need to do, like work on projects, and I feel like I should be doing that. I should be like learning the things that I need for the project and like working on the project. But yeah, like learning this seems like maybe not as productive, and maybe like I won't be able to focus because I'll keep stressing out about not working on the other thing. But I still want to study, right? I want to learn the things outside of college too. So yeah, I found this that
Any further?
linguistics lecture, and it says that it is basically a complete um like linguistics course. So yeah, a complete introduction to linguistics course. Exactly, like it covers everything that they cover in like first year linguistics, I guess. And yeah, so there is this, okay, and yeah, intro, okay, then phonetics, then we have phonology, then syntax, okay, syntax, then semantics, morphology, and then pragmatics. And yeah, there was another one that we were watching, and yeah, so it's here. I also found these like interesting links to something like this missing semester of your CS education. It's provided by MIT. And yeah, it says like it teaches you, yeah, like basically it's teaching you how to use your tools like proficiency with their tools. And so basically like we have computers and all of these tools, they are basically, this course is so that we can use it more efficiently. So something like that. And yeah, here is the page, motivation behind this class. And it says that I think I said that they want to basically, yeah, like it says computing ecosystem literacy. And yeah, like computers were built to automate manual tasks, yet students often perform repetitive tasks by hand or fail to take full advantage of powerful tools such as version control and text editors. In the best case, this results in inefficiencies and wasted time. In the worst case, it results in issues like data loss or inability to complete certain tasks. Okay, so they're saying like these are not really taught in the curriculum. Students are never shown how to use these tools, or at least not how to use them efficiently. Okay, so basically they want to, yeah, make us, like they want to teach us how to use our tools efficiently. So like these are still all the things that we probably covered in college, like if you have doing some kind of computer related degree, but we might use it for development and the tasks that we are given maybe, but like we don't really use them for like it for daily life to make tasks automatic or something. So they're trying to teach that. And yeah, so it says that these are some of the things that they will teach. Command shell, so probably it's Linux, maybe. It says Scratch for some reason. Okay, this is the name of the folder. Yeah, and you know what, with like Linux, I think and not just Linux, just using your command prompt, like using shell is going to help, right? Because I also did one thing where, I just needed like these OBS recordings. They have like different audios. So like I have 3 audio files. One is from the mic, one is from like the computer system audio, and then one is like both together. So all of them, but the default one was, the first one, which was the computer sound, I think, and I had to like upload it to YouTube. So when I upload it to YouTube, they don't give me like options to select which audio file I want, and so they did the first one, and that means like there was no sound from my mic, so I had to somehow make a new video file which has only that one audio file that I needed to have. And I just used the command line. ChatGPT told me like what command to write, and it was using like FFmpeg or something, and like in 30 seconds probably, or let's say 1 minute, because I had to first get that audio file out, which took like 30 minutes, and then I had to basically take the video and then just add like that audio on it, and that was pretty easy. Like it would happen in like 30 seconds, even less than that. So yeah, like, command line tools, pretty powerful. If I did that thing like in a software for video editing, like it would take me a long time, probably like half an hour or something for it to export. Because, and also like I don't know if it should take that much time always, but yeah. So yeah, that's like one example of how we can use this command shell for like doing things maybe quickly. And I also found a way to, like, I wanted to get the transcripts from the videos, from my videos, so that I could give it a ChatGPT and it can summarize everything, and maybe even for like subtitles. And the software, like we have all these websites where we can get transcripts, but usually like they are not free, like, or maybe they are free, but they're limited, like you can only convert one file, and then you have to buy a subscription, or you have a limit. Like there was this one which was like Blue Whale thing, and so like you can see audio transcription. So we have all of these. Restream can do like one free transcription, is pretty good. And then there was another one which I don't remember, but we could use all of those, but they always have some kind of caveat, right? They're either not free, or they usually have some kind of limits. So I just asked ChatGPT, and then it gave me like, basically I had to install some kind of language model, like OpenAI probably, and then I just used some kind of model, and that did the transcription. Like it did take time, like maybe 15 minutes for a 45-minute video, but it just transcribed everything, and I didn't even have to install anything. Like I did have to install one thing, but I don't even have to buy a subscription. I don't need to use like those internet websites and like sign in and all of that. I can just open the command prompt, and like I use WSL, I think, and in WSL, like I can just go and give it the video file or the audio file, and it would just give me the transcription, and it can save it as a text file and all of that. So something, yeah, like we can use this command shell to do many things, right? And yeah, like we know that we can use, like I did study system commands as a course, so we do learn about like cron tab and all of that, where we can do task scheduling. So we can write a script file to do something, and we can schedule it to run at a certain time every day. And yeah, like maybe you want to have automatic backup or something, then you can do that by writing a script and then scheduling it, and it would run it automatically or stuff like that. I know that that is possible, but I don't know how to actually use it. So maybe from this course we can figure it out. Yeah, and it has version control. Yeah, like if you were doing development, some kind of then you would probably be using it, and like Git and all of that. And even my Obsidian is doing that. Like it's pushing to GitHub and it's doing that version control, or maybe is it called version control or not? But anyway, I do have Git, so I am creating like it basically pushes every 30 minutes automatically in Obsidian. So basically I won't lose these and I can always go back to the previous version or something. I never really looked into that, but I know that at least like because it is all going to GitHub, then I can actually access all of this, so I can just go to my GitHub account and I can find my notes. They're all there. And yeah, but yeah, there is also one caveat, which is like these images don't really show up in the in those. I think like yeah, it doesn't show the images because because they are kind of linked, right? So in Obsidian we have these links, and I don't know, like do they show, because I think it does have markdown support, like GitHub does have it. But anyway, so there was this thing. Because of that, like I also found some kind of other thing where you can kind of host your notes, like Obsidian Vault. And yeah, like it would also show the graph view or something. I don't know what it was, but somebody told me about it, and maybe I'll look into that if I want to maybe share my notes, and maybe have them like hosted on the internet, something like that. So yeah, anyway, why am I giving such a big lecture? Yeah, I should just learn. Yeah, so they're using Git. Then we have text editing. So they are teaching us like command line editors, I guess. Oh, Vim macros. I don't know what that is, but yeah. Yeah, like we have all these shortcuts that we can use to like do some editing to a file. I know about it, but like there are just so many shortcuts, like commands you have to write, you have to like memorize. Okay. I just know the basics, and so we have that. And then remote machines, I think this is something we don't know much about. Like we did have an SSH like virtual machine where we would log in and like all of our assignments were there, but I don't know, maybe they're teaching us like how to, yeah, like terminal multiplexing. That I know tmux, I used it, but it was like so slow. Anyway, it would make things slower because yeah. So remote machines, finding files, I think this one is like maybe pretty useful. And it can also let you, I think, search inside the file or something, and like maybe in the most recent file or something, and frequent files, anyway, I think this is pretty useful. Then it says data wrangling, which is how to quickly and easily modify, view, parse, plot, and compute over data and files directly from the command line. Wow, this is pretty, yeah, interesting. No more copy pasting from log files. No more manually computing statistics over data. Oh, yeah, like maybe we should look into this data wrangling. Then code quality and continuous integration, something beyond the code. Yeah, so it has a lot of this stuff. Maybe you should look into it. And I want to go and start with this data wrangling. Where would that be? So this is just shell, command line, development, debugging, packaging and shipping, agentic coding, beyond the code. Is it like this? Oh, they have this data wrangling right here. Several topics from previous years. The topics we cover vary from year to year. Well, that is really good. Have you ever wanted to take data in one format and turn it into a different format? Yes, of course you have. That in very general terms is what this lecture is all about. Specifically massaging, I don't know, whether in text or binary format until you end up with exactly what you wanted. You've already seen some basic data wrangling in past lectures. Pretty much anytime you use the pipe operator, you're performing some kind of data wrangling. Consider a command like journal ctl grep-i intel. It finds all system log entries that mention intel case insensitive. You may not think of it as data wrangling data, but it is going from one format, your entire system log, to a format that is more useful to just the intel log entries. Most data wrangling is about knowing what tools you have at your disposal and how to combine them. Let's start from the beginning. To wrangle data, we need two things: data to wrangle and something to do with it. Logs often make for a good use case because you often want to investigate things about them, and reading the whole thing isn't feasible. Let's figure out who's trying to log into my server by looking at my server's log. SSH my server journal CTL. That's far too much stuff. Let's limit it to SSH stuff. Okay, notice that we are using a pipe to stream a remote file through grep on our local computer. SSH is magical, and we will talk about it in the next lecture. Okay, this is still way more stuff than we wanted though, and pretty hard to read. Let's do better. Grep disconnected from. Okay, why the additional quoting? Well, our logs may be quite large and it's wasteful to stream it all on our computers. Okay, yeah, so their teaching said stream editor that I had to learn for the exam, and I still there, yeah, rejects. Okay, back to data wrangling. So we now have set can do all of the other interesting things. Okay, awk analyzing data. Okay, this is, oh, they're just using the basic calculator. Okay, R is another weird programming language that's great at data analysis and plotting. We want to go, okay, so this is the one that they can do plotting with. So this is maybe not. It's GNU plot if you want some simple plotting. Okay, is it R? I don't know. GNU plot. Oh, we can make plot with this. Data wrangling to make arguments. Sometimes you want to do data wrangling to find things to install or remove based on some longer list. The data wrangling we've talked about so far plus XArgs can be a powerful combo. Short interactive regex tutorial. Well, I don't know. I didn't know they were just, this is just like they're teaching, yeah, like SED and awk. They can be their own programming languages, I was told. And we can write scripts like this, but I'm not sure if I, yeah, OS customization. This class is co-taught by these people. Okay, beyond MIT. Translations. Packaging shipping beyond the code. I don't know. I certainly don't feel like yeah, I think this is good and we can go into it. The shell language, bash. Okay, but I don't know, you know, I'm just gonna stop. So this is the linguistics lecture. Do I want to really study linguistics right now? Okay. Properties of language. Mm,
This video will cover the entire first year link. If you want languages, it is about understanding languages. So there's several components that we'll go through in this course. The first one being phonetics, which is all about the speech sounds you make. Then phonology, which is how speech sounds group up into syllables as well as change depending on when they're placed in a sentence or word.
okay, you know what? I'm just gonna save this and not watch it. So this is one linguistic course I was doing, and linguistics. Linguistics courses. Okay. Yeah, so I found all of these courses. So this is another one by Trev Tutor. Yeah, so I'm just gonna save it. Neuroscience of language. This was what what we were learning also. So neuroscience, and I should probably link it to neuroscience. We have two neuroscience. Yeah. Anyway, so this one, okay, we were reading this book. And this is cognitive neuroscience. So this is that neuroscience book. I don't know. Yeah, neuroscience of language. I don't know. Let's just use this one. Okay, I was editing it. Livingston's, I applied to it and I think I passed, but they said that they don't really have like a, I don't know, they were saying they didn't need any people right now. So yeah, something like that. This is the missing courses thing. Okay, and this is interesting. What is this? Courses for statistics. App dev. So I do have app dev. Web animations full course 2025 build and awards website. I did want to learn JS, and this is blogger work that I never wrote. Okay, computational psychiatry, machine learning. I was doing this. Yeah, this is the book I was reading. A BS in neuroscience if I wanted to do neurophysiology and all of that. Physics using simulations. Research internship in computational neuroscience. Statistics. Okay, so we also have statistics. And this is a to-do list. Okay. Statistics fundamentals in Python. We also have our Monte Carlo crash course statistics. For statistics, I found this video. It was really good. I think the big picture of statistics and yeah, like it
Of an integral over the probability distribution.
it really just like brought together all the stats that I learned about. Like it really made it make sense. Like now I know what I was learning and why, and a lot of things kind of clicked. So this one was good. Then we have, well, it says mathematical expectation, probability. Okay. So I don't think that I'm feeling like studying a biostatistics master's degree. Wow. Anyway, we're gonna, yeah, so we have stats here, statistics. It's another video, I think, by this same YouTube channel. Crash course. Okay, I probably was watching Crash Course. App development, computational neuroscience. Okay. Lecture notes. Yeah, so was I doing this? There's nothing written. Yeah, I was also watching this course, Intro to Philosophy. I think this was really interesting. Applied calculus with Python. This is computational neuroscience Coursera course that I thought was a little bit difficult, I think. This is random nonsense. This is, yeah, big insights. Don't know. Okay, app sheets, sure. All right. Intro page to learning everything. This is the dashboard. Sense-making threads. How computers work. Learn physics. Make sense of linear algebra. Okay. I was doing a lot of stuff. These are the learning topics. Master's exploration. All the fields to explore. Okay. Last worked on pages. Okay. YouTube videos. Okay, so these were some articles I was trying to write. Okay. Notebook LM, perpetual student. Sure. Okay, this is something Notebook LM wrote. We have all of the statistics and ML notes. Algebra classification lecture 1. Sorry, this is course 3, video 1, inner products. So yeah, I was studying linear algebra. Okay. YouTube video notes, epistemology.
About some of them in more detail. So here is
3 books I would like to read. Okay. We're a graphic history. Then we have The Trouble with Normal. And this is, I don't know. This is what? Between something. So we have this. YouTube videos. This is just some random things. ADHD. Yeah. How about, let's just look at the graph view, but this is gonna be really just random. Yeah, so we have ADHD and ADHD research. There's only one. Okay, there are the pages connected. I was trying to do research on ADHD by actually reading research papers, then taking notes, figuring out like what they are actually saying about ADHD, like what they actually found and all of that stuff. These are just because I can't copy paste it from ChatGPT, so they have some weird links. I don't know. Is this it? This actually looks pretty small. Okay. Career. Computational psychiatry. I didn't connect it to neuroscience, I guess. Neuroscience courses. So they're all kind of weirdly connected. Yeah, I found out about monotropism. Yeah, I do not control the focus controls me. True. Okay. Second post, philosophy. Sure. I think it doesn't have much more. It's actually not showing a lot of notes. I had a lot of daily notes. It's not showing. Oh, because I have searched ADHD. Oh, that's why. Yeah, now these are the notes. I have probably too many. And yeah, these are the daily notes, which are basically ChatGPT conversations for the day that I did. And I kind of haven't done, like, copy pasted any of the conversations recently, even though I was doing that regularly before. I don't know how that would affect. Yeah, so I was watching Professor Fink's lecture on neurology, or not neurology, but like there were physiology lectures, and I was taking only like the nervous system, like neuroscience related ones. Yeah, how do I become a successful polymath? So this is, yeah. So a lot of things on ADHD. Yeah, I have these weird links. computational psychiatry. Now it's connected to neuroscience. Yeah. So we have it here. Should we open a local graph? So I also downloaded this. I don't know what this is. Like it's some kind of graphing thing, but I don't know how to work with it. Anyway, let's open a local graph. Then don't have much. Yeah, it's like what to study. I was thinking about learning it like a college course. And yeah, so all of that is written here. Computational psychiatry, networks view of the brain. Yeah, this is one like video I watched, really interesting. Like they were seeing the brain as a network. Yeah. A book. Neuroscience for Dummies. Master's paths to get into ADHD research. This is ADHD one, which is a little bit bigger. Executive functions. Probably nothing in them. Developmental EF. Dilemmas of ADHD in teens and adults. Didn't watch this one.
Good morning. Thank you, Heidi. I'm a clinical psychologist. I'm on the faculty of the Department of Psychiatry at Yale University School of Medicine in New Haven, Connecticut, and I'm the associate director of our Clinic for Attention and Related Disorders. But I also run a private practice in which I see little kids and teenagers and adults. And today I'm going to be talking primarily about adolescents and adults. Now, some of you were here yesterday, and I should caution you that I'm going to need to repeat a little bit of yesterday in this first presentation for the benefit of those people who are here for the first time now. But I hope you won't be too bored with that, and then I'm not going to repeat every word of it, obviously, because there's too much other stuff to talk about. But here we go. The old idea about ADD, and incidentally, I'm using the terms ADD and ADHD interchangeably as I'm talking today, unless I stipulate subtypes. The old idea of it was if you had it when you were a kid, that you were going to outgrow that by about 14 and it was all over. Now, the reason that that idea held on for decades is that for the first few decades they were studying this disorder, everybody assumed that it was just a matter of being hyper and impulsive. And often the hyperactivity and impulsivity that goes with ADD does clear up by mid-adolescence, if not before. Not always, but usually. It's the attention problems that tend to hang on. And when they first started this disorder, all they were paying attention to was the hyper and the impulsive stuff. It was supposed to be little kids who couldn't sit still and wouldn't shut up and were just driving everybody nuts. And then what they did was gradually, back in the 80s was the first time they began to talk about this as a problem that persists, that carries with it primarily problems with inattention. And that's where the big focus is in our understanding of this disorder.